Have you ever heard a bump in the night and tried to convince yourself it was just the house settling? Well, what if it wasn't? What if it was something else? Today we're diving deep into a story that blurs the line between the explainable and the truly terrifying. This is the true story of Jennifer Patterson and a haunting in Indiana that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world around us. Our story begins in the early 2000s, in a seemingly ordinary house in Indiana. Jennifer Patterson and her family moved in, hoping for a fresh start. The house was charming, the neighborhood was quiet, it seemed like the perfect place to build a life. But it wasn't long before the dream turned into a waking nightmare. It started small, as these things often do. A misplaced object, a flicker of the lights, a strange feeling of being watched. The family brushed it off. It's an old house after all. But the activity didn't stop. In fact, it escalated. Soon, they were hearing disembodied voices echoing through the halls when no one else was home. Doors would slam shut with incredible force, and objects would fly off shelves as if thrown by an unseen hand. The children started talking about imaginary friends, who knew things they couldn't possibly know, secrets from the house's dark past. One of the most chilling phenomena was the appearance of shadowy figures. Family members would catch glimpses of tall, dark shapes standing in doorways or lurking at the end of hallways, only to vanish when they turned to look directly. Jennifer, a pragmatic and level-headed person, was desperate for a rational explanation. She checked the wiring, the plumbing, even had the foundation inspected. But nothing could explain the escalating paranormal events. The family was living in a constant state of fear. Sleep became a luxury they could rarely afford, as the nights were filled with unsettling noises, phantom footsteps, and a heavy, oppressive feeling that seemed to drain all the energy from the room. The activity seemed to center around Jennifer herself. She would feel cold spots in warm rooms and the sensation of being touched by invisible hands. On one terrifying occasion, she was pushed down the stairs by a force she couldn't see. That was the breaking point. This wasn't just a creaky old house. Something malevolent was there with them, and it was becoming more aggressive. Feeling they had nowhere else to turn, the Patterson family reached out for help. They contacted paranormal investigators and psychics, hoping someone could shed light on what was happening in their home. The investigators arrived armed with EMF meters, audio recorders, and thermal cameras. Almost immediately, their equipment started going wild. They captured clear electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, disembodied voices recorded on their devices, whispering names and issuing warnings. The psychic who visited the house claimed to sense multiple spirits. One was a playful but mischievous child. But there was another, darker entity, a dominant, angry presence that seemed to be the source of the more violent activity. This entity, the psychic believed, was tied to a tragic event that had occurred on the property long ago, and it did not want the Patterson family there. The psychic's findings aligned with the family's terrifying experiences, validating their fears. It wasn't their imagination. They were truly not alone. The investigators conducted multiple sessions, each one more intense than the last. During one investigation, a heavy piece of furniture was seen to slide across the floor on its own. They recorded temperature drops of over 20 degrees in seconds and captured video of orbs of light darting through the rooms. The evidence was overwhelming. The house was undeniably the site of a powerful and complex haunting. The family had to make a decision. Could they continue to live in a place where they were under constant psychological and even physical attack? The investigators attempted to cleanse the house, performing rituals to encourage the spirits to move on. For a brief period, things would quiet down, giving the family a sliver of hope. But the peace never lasted. The dark entity was too strong, too rooted in the property. It always came back, often with more intensity than before. Ultimately, for their own safety and sanity, the Patterson family made the heartbreaking decision to leave. They abandoned their home, walking away from their investment and their dream, taking with them only their belongings and the psychological scars of their ordeal. They couldn't fight it anymore. The house had won. The story of the Patterson haunting is a chilling reminder that there are things in this world we may never fully understand. It's a case that has been studied by paranormal researchers for years. It's notable for the sheer volume of evidence and the consistency of the eyewitness accounts. The house in Indiana reportedly remains a hotbed of paranormal activity to this day, a place where the veil between our world and the next is terrifyingly thin. What do you think was happening in that house? You believe in ghosts? Or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. This story is a powerful testament to one family's harrowing experience. A true story that proves sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones you cannot see. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as chilling and fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unexplained. Stay safe and maybe leave a light on tonight. I'll see you in the next video.